while, probably months. But as I'm walking to the loofah, y'all look at this. This is my Malabar spinach. This spinach actually trellises. But look at this. And I do it's about time for me to take that out. But y'all, I want to share my progress on the loofah. So a while back I had made a video that the loofah only had one. And I'm gonna show you which one. This one. Look at this. So it's gonna turn brown, and that's when they're good to pick, and they turn into that hard loofah sponge that you can bathe with or use it for other things, or you wash your dishes. Okay, this is how it starts to look. It looks like this. But my point is, when I just a few months ago, this is the only one that was on here, and look how it looks. All right, I have a whole panel again. That's what it's growing on. It looks a mess because I have not been watering it, but they're still growing. All right, I've been a little busy, but look at this. You see it kind of growing all the way out there. Over here, it's sitting in my mint. Look at this. And I'm going to leave it right here, too. Look at Connor. Connor, what are you doing? Huh? I need to clean up over there. A lot of cleaning up, y'all. Fall cleanup is coming. But look, y'all, and it's growing. This is the loofah, y'all. And this was 6 seeds. Remember I did a video and I show you how much loofah seeds come out? Hundreds. But I only planted 6. And this is what it produced. And you see all the loofah? Let me stop. You see one here. If we get closer, again, I showed you the one that's back here. If you go underneath, there's one. There's a few actually. There's one down here. And I didn't even see these. There's 2 here. 3. Let me get under here. There's 3 loofah, y'all. There's one hanging there. 2 there. One sitting up here. There's one. Look, there's one here resting against the panel. And usually there's a lot of ants. I didn't even see a lot of ants this year. So thank God for that. Even though it was 100-something degrees this year. There's one, and they do grow all in the grass. Ooh, Connor. Remember, when they're at this size, you can actually eat them. Not you, Connor. No. You can actually eat the loofah at that size. There's one forming. I'm just trying to show you how it looks. So if you do grow them, this is how it looks. There's another one in the grass. And I don't have my son mow over here in this area. Something that got to it. But look, y'all, you can see the loofah. That's how it looks. Let's see what else. There's another one growing over here. Oh, the dog's about to start. There's one that got stepped on, it looks like. And look, that's all of it right here. And it's growing up on our fence. And here's a little loofah right here. Ain't they cute? And over here by the banana plant, I got some more hanging. Let's see what else I can find. I showed y'all those on the other side. And those 3. And again, I haven't been watering it as much as I should. Let me see if there's any over here. Again, I need to do a lot of cleaning up. Look, the loofah has went from there over here, over here into the peppers and tomatoes. Now, is there a loofah over here? I don't know. I do have some tomatoes still, some little cherry ones. Oh, look, y'all, I found one. I had to trace it. Here's another loofah. Look, from there all the way over here, I have a loofah. And this watermelon, I think I don't know. I picked the other ones last week. I had 3 watermelon right here in this area. So yeah, y'all. And there's some peppers I need to pick. They look dry, but I do need to pick them. So yeah, it is fall coming up, but y'all, you can still grow things depending on your climate. Look, we still got tomatoes. Look, that's perfect. Oh man, I want to eat that now. But yes, things are still growing. So make sure, and this is very good. Let me turn this around. For you to plan for next year. As y'all notice, the times are going fast, right? The time is moving. We're already in September. Did we just started planning stuff? I feel like we did. Okay. December's coming up, January, February. We should starting your seeds indoors. And we'll be back at this season again. And again, y'all, you're probably asking, when did you start planting your loofah? I planted the loofah in April. And it is September. And even though I only had one loofah, you see it already turning. The rest of them came like weeks later. So I was getting a little discouraged. I was like, dang, where are my loofah at? I planted all this greenery for nothing. But then they just came out of nowhere. And I feel like that's been happening quite a bit. I follow a loofah page, and they are saying the same thing. They only saw a few loofah, but now they're starting to spurt everywhere. So make sure you're patient. Even though I've been growing loofah about 3 years, it's the first year I've had that happen where I don't get a lot at one time. So yeah, y'all. Um, Again, I need to clean up out here. I've been cleaning out weeds because we had a lot of rain for like 2 weeks straight. It was 100 something degrees, so it was almost unbearable. Um, yep, that's right, until December. And here in South Carolina specifically, we do have a long growing season. Um, the only thing here, the loofah, you have to pick it. Ask me how I know, okay? But you have to pick the loofah before the frost. I'm telling you, I came out here before, I didn't catch it in time. Y'all, they all look like this, and there was no save. They were destroyed. I was like, oh my God, I was so mad. All I had to do was get my behind out here and get them. So I wasted all that. Oh, I was mad. Now I did try to salvage some, but I had to let them dry out, and then I had to wash them. Somebody said cabbage and leeks. Yep. Um, that is what I'm be planting. Coming in the, wait, what month is this? Yeah, starting next month. I'll be planting the spinach, not the Malabar, but regular spinach. Um, no, I won't be planting spinach. I'll be planting collard greens, lettuce, cabbage, broccoli, beets, radish. You can grow those last two all year round. Onions, you can grow all year round. What else? This is the time to be planting your garlic. Um, what else? And if you're in those cold environments, you can be planting your cherry seeds because they need to be cold for about 3 months before they start doing their thing. Don't ask me the science behind it. I don't know, but I know it's true. I need to clean out the greenhouse. There's a lot of stuff I need to do, and I'm just glad it's cooling off. But that's all I got, y'all. I just want to pop on here because I haven't seen y'all in a while. So yes, that is it. All right, I will talk to y'all later. All right, bye. Hey, you.